Welcome back to Java programming class. In this class, let's discuss about super and final keywords. Super always refers to the parent class immediately above the current calling class. Okay, so the class which is parent to the class in which we are calling the super, that is being referred by the super keyword. This happens even in multi-level hierarchy. There are two main use cases of super. One is to call the super class constructor. So whenever we require to call the super class constructor, we use the super keyword. And second one is to refer to the super class members. Okay. In some cases, we will be in a position unable to refer to the super class members. Okay, then we can use super keyword to refer to the super class members. To call super class constructor, a subclass can call a constructor defined by its superclass by following this syntax. Super, then you can pass the arguments. This should be written as the first statement inside the subclass constructor. Okay, super must always be the first statement inside the subclass constructor. When subclass calls super, it is actually calling the constructor of its immediate superclass, that is immediate parent class. Okay, let us do a small program here. Here I just want to write two classes. One is class box and the second one is class box weight. Class box and class box weight are almost similar. Box has got width, height and depth, whereas box weight has got additionally weight attribute. So I can say that box weight extends box. Okay, so first of all, let me define some constructors in the box class along with the variables. The variables are instance variables are double, width, height, depth, and I just want to write an default constructor. The default constructor I am initializing width as -1, height is equal to -1, and depth is equal to -1. So that is my default constructor. Let us write another constructor, box parameterized constructor, double, width, double, height, double, depth. So I am using WHD to represent width, height, and depth. So in the constructor, I am initializing the variables width is equal to W, height equal to H, and depth is equal to D. So I got two constructors. Let me write the volume method. Double volume. So this returns the volume of the box. So return depth into height into this is the other one, width. So that is my box class. Box class is ready. Now because I am extending the box class, so box weight will have this particular three instance variables and this method also. Okay, I just want to declare an extra variable, double weight. I just want to write the default constructor for this, box weight. So default constructor, what should I do? I said that because I'm extending to box, I have width, height and depth. So I need to initialize all the three. So I should be writing width is equal to -1, height is equal to -1, depth is equal to -1. Okay, so that is nothing but rewriting the code, which we don't want to do. So what should I do? I should use the existing code. So for that I can write super. If I simply write super, open and close brace, then this is going to call this constructor. So width, height, depth will be initialized. So additional attribute I had is weight. So I am initializing this weight is equal to -1. That is my default constructor. I just want to write parameterized constructor also exactly like this, double. So for parameterized constructor, again box weight and the variables will double m. So again, just to initialize the variables, I'm just following this WHD. So super, just write WHD. Just I am passing all the three arguments. So this will do this work. It will call this constructor and pass WHD and initialize width, height, and depth. I had one additional variable, that is weight. So weight is equal to M. That's all. I just want to write a driver class. So I'm writing class simple inheritance, which contains the main method. And here what I'm doing is I'm creating an object of box weight. So box weight object, let me call as BW, is equal to new box weight. Okay. So let me, so when I did this, here I am not passing any arguments. Let me pass some arguments. 2, 3, 4, 5. Simply print system dot out dot println volume of box is bw dot volume. And if I want to print weight, system dot out dot println GHD weight of box is plus bw dot weight. Okay, let me compile this. Save. Java C simple inheritance.java. Okay, there were no errors. Java simple inheritance. You can see volume of the box is 24 and weight of the box is 5.0. Weight is the variable which we initialized here only. This is 5. And volume is a method from the parent class. Okay. So these variables width, height, and depth are initialized using the super, that is the constructor is called using the super keyword. Okay, that is the basic use of super. We said that one of the uses of super is to call the super class constructor. The second one is to refer superclass members. Okay, the syntax is super dot member. If I want to refer to the superclass member, I simply use super dot member. That is the syntax. Here, member can be either a method or a instance variable in the superclass. This second form of super is most applicable in situations in which member names of a subclass hide members by the same name in the superclass. What does this mean? Let us look at an example. File new. Okay, let me save this. Okay, let me write a class A which has got one simple variable. Save this. Desktop Java. Practice one for Java. Should make it as all files, all types. Save. So inside what I'm doing is that I'm declaring one variable int I. That's all. Let us make it very small. Then I'm writing another class B extends A. So here also I'm declaring int I. So actually I said that when B extends A, the members of A are also present in B. So here there are two variables and both variables are I only, which means that the variable I of the parent class is hidden because of the variable I of the child class. Whenever I try to access I in the subclass, it is going to access only this point. Okay, that is try to do this. Let me write a constructor here. B int A comma int B. I just want to initialize the two i's. There are two variables. I. So one is super.i. If I say super.i, that belongs to the parent class. I is equal to p. So this is similar to how you use it this. This is to represent the current class, but super is to represent the immediate parent class. So to refer to the variable, instance variable, which is in the parent class and hidden by the current class, we should be using the super keyword. Okay, let me create an object for class this one. Let me write this public static void main string args. Create an object for b. B of b is equal to new b. So in the constructor, I can pass two values, 2 and 5. Okay. So it's here I can simply print system dot out dot println. We write this function here. Void show I and let it print for class I is plus super dot I sub class I is plus I. I'm just printing the value of I in the superclass and then I in the child class. Ob dot show I semicolon. Okay. Save it. Practice1.java, that is the file name. Java practice1. Then see superclass I is 2 and subclass I is 5. This is how we use super. Super is used in two ways. One is to refer to the member of the class, that is the parent class. Second one is to call the constructors of the parent class. So whenever you are trying to call the constructor of the parent class in multi-level hierarchy, there is a basic question: in which order constructors are called in the class hierarchy? So the answer is, in class hierarchy, constructors are called in the order of derivation from superclass to subclass. So first of all, the parent class, the top class constructor will be called, then its child, like that it will go down the ladder. Further, since super must be the first statement executed in the subclass constructor, this order is the same whether or not super is used. We can also understand this when we write the constructor. In the first line, I have to write the super. So when the child class constructor is being called, the first line is super, which means that first I am calling the parent class constructor. In the parent class constructor also, if there is another parent class, there will be super there, that is automatically calling the parent class. So in this way, at, at the first, the parent class constructor will be executed, then its child class, down the ladder up to the class where I am creating the object. So we should remember this. In which order constructors are called means we should remember that the order of derivation from superclass to subclass. The constructors are called in the order of derivation from superclass to subclass. This order is same even if you don't use the super. Final keyword. Okay. The second keyword we are discussing is final keyword. When we think about final, there are three places where the final can be used. One is with data members, the second one is with methods, and third one is with classes. We should be observing what happens when we use with data members, with methods, and with classes. Data members. A variable can be declared as final. When we declare a variable as final, it prevents its contents from being modified. Then it becomes constant, simply speaking. A final variable must be initialized when it is declared. Okay, you should initialize the value when we are declaring it. You can see the example here: public final static interest rate. Generally, these constants are written in capitals. Interest rate is equal to 0.05. This is a final variable which won't change, which is a constant. It is common coding convention to choose uppercase alphabets for final variables. This is with data members. When you use final with data members, we are making it as a constant. The final method, when we are trying to make a method as final, it prevents overriding. That means that that particular method cannot be overridden in the child class. To disallow a method from being overridden, specify final as a modifier at the start of its declaration. So if I just say final before the method name, then the method cannot be overridden. Methods declared as final cannot be overridden. You can see the example here when I say I got a class A and a method meth. When we make this method as final, that is by putting the final keyword before the declaration. And in the child class, I am trying to write this class B extends A, and I am trying to declare change or override this method. Okay, I am just writing void meth. So this is an error. We cannot override. So overriding is not possible once you make a method as final. So final classes cannot be inherited. So if I make a class as final, that class cannot be inherited. To prevent a class from being inherited, precede the class declaration with final. Just simply make the class final that cannot be inherited. Declaring a class as final implicitly declares all of the methods as final too. An abstract class cannot be declared as final. We will see what is an abstract class, but if there is an abstract class that cannot be declared as final. You can see this example. I had class A and I made it as final. When I'm trying to extend to class A, when I write this class B extends A, our compiler will raise an error. Error can't subclass A. The error is telling that we cannot write a subclass for A. Okay, with this we finish super and final keywords. Thank you everyone.